lead the some of the chances they were getting, I guess.
I'd probably say a little bit of both. I don't. Just our puck play was atrocious. For those first 2 periods, we were giving them a lot by just on our heels, not making the right play with the puck, and then our gaps were off, and we were just kind of taking on water there for a bit.
Does that just go to the fact that that's the best team in the league, and maybe you guys are being a little bit cautious at times, or just trying not to make the wrong move, or I don't know.
I think a little bit of, look, it's a really good team that plays at a certain pace, especially in this building. But a little bit of it is we play in this, we grip it, and we play in fear in a sense. I thought we loosened up in the third period, and we got going, and we started skating, and we played freer. And when you're in a rut like we're in, you tend to really lean on you're not making a mistake to cost your team. And I think individuals didn't want to make a mistake, so that next thing you know, you're not making the right play. So I think that was what happened the first 2 periods. But I give our group a lot of credit. The third period, we kind of got back to what we've done majority of the year, is get on teams with our skating, and didn't quit. So I give the group a lot of credit to getting back into it in the third.
When you're in a rut like this, is a break like this actually good then?
Yeah, the break couldn't come at a better time for us.
For a young team, obviously you've got young vets and young here. What do you hope to see when they come back to practice after this break? Is it kind of a renewed energy or just kind of more focus?
I think both. We're going to need some energy. We're going to need some focus. We're going to have a short training camp type of start to this, last push of, 27 games or whatever it is, and we're going to be in it, and we're going to push, and we're going to give it everything we got. So we need every guy in there to be ready, focused, and energized for that.
How important is just details when you guys return here? I mean, the Avs game is a good, you talk about the details, not skating. How important is it to focus on those details when you come back and the last stretch here in the season?
Yeah, it's critical. Details are really what cost you games. Little details usually too. So we got to clean up our structure. We got to clean up some details. We got to clean up how we need to play each and every single shift. I think we'll go right to work for it.
What got you guys going in the third period? Was it that first goal, or was it just being down and just like, hey, we have 1 period left, let's just put it all in the win kind of?
Yeah, I think the message was pretty clear. Let's just go play and stop worrying about mistakes. And we're a good hockey team. We got to get our confidence back, and obviously get a couple goals, and that helps. And we got going. And unfortunately, we just those are the ones you'd like to get a point in. Looking back. So again, we got to move on and pick up the pieces and get reset.
The decision to go to Ascarov today. Even though you didn't get the result, do you feel that you benefited from this game in some respects and go into the break feeling, okay, I can just a little bit more, maybe some momentum on his part.
Big growth moment. I think that's probably the big headline of this game is how much he grew. I thought he was outstanding. First 2 periods, and then in the third, the whole game, he was outstanding. Third one, I think he gets a little over the screen, but huge growth moment in his development today.
Sherwood tonight on that top line seemed to got it.
Help us.
What was for Ascarov? What's the growth? I guess is it just kind of getting to this point and playing strong games on his road trip like Edmonton and here, and it's just an upward curve in the season, or something else that he's kind of.
Yeah, it's just again, it's a young player that's going through the first time of the National Hockey League, the grind of it, the mental grind of this schedule, and being the guy to be the guy every single night. You got to be mentally dialed in and focused, and you're going to have off nights. Everyone does, but it's on myself, the coaches, Spearsy, and Askey to kind of have a really solid plan and approach how we're going to approach these next 27 games.
What do you think of the power play units tonight? Looked like there was a little bit of some success, but maybe some hesitation in there as well.
Yeah, that will be a big project that we'll look into this break.
So one of your takeaways from the road trip, I mean, every team is going to be a challenge, but some teams are in a playoff spot and some teams aren't. Is it just you got to take care of business against the teams that are not out of it right now, I guess? Yeah,
you look back at it, obviously, the Edmonton punched us in the gut, and it kind of reflected in the next game and probably a little bit in the Chicago game. But, again, we can't – you guys can talk about it, and the outside people are going to talk about it. we got to get back to just competing and playing, and stop worrying about the standings, stop scoreboard. It's just play. We just got to play, and that's really going to be the message. And let's just see where the chips lie at the end of it. So we got to get back to that. We've taken a step as an organization in the right direction. We got a long way to go, but again, like I said, this break is coming at a good time.
I feel like Macklin and Will, those guys, they thrive under pressure. Kind of hope to use that pressure as, let it out there. Like, how do you want to see the guys respond to the pressure of a playoff push here at the end of the year?
Yeah, well, I think that pressure kind of got to us in these last couple games. So I'm hoping we learn from it, because we're going to get ready for some pressure games coming.
I know that the message before the game was just like, don't grip it too tight and just play loose. When the team is still kind of in that kind of funk, what does that say about where the team is at? I guess the messaging. They understand the messaging. They know they got to do it, but they can't.
Yeah. Trust me, I've been battling it. Me going in there screaming and yelling, sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you got to show them put a hug around, hug them a little bit, show them some love, and we're trying to find that balance to this group. And it's up to myself to really find what makes this group tick. And I got to do a job here coming up in this last 27 games to get our guys in the right mindset for games.